started. I please ask to stand. Colin's going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag, United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. So sad last night.
Okay, before we get started, just want to ask the other board members if you had a chance to review the minutes from last month. Okay, do we hear acceptance?
Approved.
I second.
Okay, thank you.
Aye.
And got kind of a short meeting tonight, and just to let you know, these meetings are televised live, so when you approach the podium, please let us know who you are and the business you represent. So we've got 3 applicants tonight, the first one being DRB 2024-51, the application of Burton's Grill and Bar at 312 West Lancaster Avenue in Wayne, and this is a resubmittal from last month. And gentlemen?
Thank you. I'm Bill Whitlock, representing Burton's, Whitlock Design Group, and give you a overview of the slight revisions that were made since the last time here.
Okay.
We'll start with the signage. After the last meeting, where we had signs that were, we have a canopy, which is over the new patios, which are in front of the building, and we had our signage sitting on top of the canopy. That signage was not compliant with the zoning code, and so we changed the signage, stacked it so Burton's is on top of Grill and Bar, and placed it on the existing tower, which is above the entry. We have details of the size of that signage back a little further. The awnings were as previously presented, and I believe those were acceptable in the last time, in our last review. The signage on the side of the structure. It was on that same sheet. I didn't notice it because it's not there. The signage which is on the side of the structure was removed. That's why I didn't notice it. So we have no signage over what is going to be primarily a door for carryout.
Yes.
Yeah, it's on the framing side, not the millers.
Right.
So this is the details of the sign. A little hard to read there. It's basically 130 inches long, and it is 40 and a quarter inches high. That total is 36.24 square feet for the sign.
So basically, it's a little bigger than what you proposed last month, but you took off the sides.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly. So it's bigger than what we had last month on the front.
Right.
But it's bigger. Yeah. But it's below the
Yes.
50.
Bill, one question too. The height from grade on that sign?
It to the top is 15 feet.
That's perfect. Great. Thank you.
Pylon sign, monument sign, however you like to describe it, has not changed. And I don't believe we had any comments on that the last time.
I think the only thing you were just going to double check, make sure it's at least 10 feet off the cartway.
Yes, that is, and it is.
And it is. Okay, great. Sometime we ask for the board, sometime we ask that the police go out and do a site check
Sir,
on that, but it's
what
been
was
there
the
for
height
so
off
long.
grade you
I think
just
it's
referenced?
15 feet to the top.
The plan references 20 feet. Oh, I'm sorry, that's 20 inches. Sorry.
Yeah, that must have been
It's
a
the
letter,
height of the,
letter
font.
height.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
It confused me too. 20 feet.
And they're individual channel letters? Is that
Yes.
what you're going to use there?
Yes.
Okay. Is there going to be a wash behind there or just a?
No,
off the
they're
front.
just a facelet letter. And
Yes.
And the letter, during the day, it's a black letter, and at night, the light shines through it, and it's a white letter.
Okay.
So
Good.
the entry/exit signs are as presented the last time. we have the site plan, but there were no revisions to the site plan.
Okay.
These are the light fixtures and that we'd shown the last time, and we submitted some cut sheets for these as well.
And Lisa, you have copies of that, the cut sheet then?
Yes.
Okay, good, thanks.
I could go through each one if you'd like, but, I mean, do you want me to go through each light fixture? I can certainly
Maybe
do
just real quick.
that. Okay. Some of these have more technical cut sheets than others. The decorative fixture doesn't have much of a fancy cut sheet for it. This looking one here. This is the armature to light the awnings. It's basically an 18-inch arm with a very small, the lights that are out there now are beasts. They're very large. This is a very small fixture. The head itself is 4.5 inches long, and it's 2.25 inches wide. So it's a much more, much lower profile.
You just want to give like a little glow on the awning?
It's just a
for
little
that?
glow on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
and you're lighting a black awning.
Right.
It's really just an
a
accent.
little wash almost?
And the downlight, there's not much to see there. It's showing you, that cut sheet's just showing you it's above the ceiling. It's just a round downlight. Very simple flange on it, and one we've had good success. It's a 3-inch aperture, so it's quite small as well. That'll get a little wash of light for our patio there. So those are our light cuts.
You guys go
Will
with the
these
lighting?
lights be turned off when they're after work, business hours?
Yes, absolutely.
Don, any questions about the lights?
No questions about the lights.
Okay.
And finally, I'm not the expert on this, but I will show, this rendering, by the way, is the old rendering. So I apologize for not a current rendering there. But it shows the plantings. The rendering is not accurate with the plantings, but he's showing the plants there. So basically, around the sign, there's going to be some small boxwood, which will give a base to the sign, and then in the corners where the walkway meets the front walkway, there's a combination of echinacea and obsession nandina to be planted throughout. Plants are really important to our client. We have them throughout inside the restaurant, and we've got a lot of greenery in the design, and so we definitely want to have it be played outside as well.
And you're keeping the turf too, right?
Yes, yes. And these are just some cuts to show some more detail that we had submitted as well of the plantings.
You could probably get a dwarf or boxwood when you're out looking than pyramidal.
Yes, I'm not a big fan of that.
Green gem and things like that.
Yeah.
See them listed.
Okay.
Okay. How are we looking on that landscape? We're good?
Oh, yeah,
Good. Colin?
It's fine.
they're refreshing it.
Okay, great. Good.
Excellent. Well, that's what we prepared for this evening. Are there any other questions or comments or?
On
anything
the
we can
two
address?
sides of the front door, there's the outdoor dining. Are they
Yes.
stepped up or are they at the grade?
Right. So the one on the right is absolutely at grade. The one on the left, there's actually a bit of a slope off. The sidewalk slopes a bit, and so it'll be flush to the interior. So there'll be a slight step to it. Can't see it behind here.
Which one will have a step?
The one on the left will have a slight step. There's the access, the emergency gate, for lack of a better term, will be towards the front door, so that will be flush. And then there'll just be a slight curb going around it. You'll never walk across it because there's a rail,
Railing.
but there will be a slight difference in grade.
And Bill, mention just about the change with the windows.
Yes, we did make a revision this last week. The left window, which is behind the Burton sign in this rendering, is going to be an operable storefront. The right window on the right-hand side here, which is in the dining room, is going to be a fixed storefront. We just didn't see the need, we basically wouldn't open that storefront. We find in the dining rooms that.
Bar sides.
In the bar side, it'll be open, and on the dining side, we found that when we put those storefronts in the dining side, they never get used. They're very expensive and they leak.
The bar side has the step though, so.
Just not from the inside. But yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
And
But
you,
but that's kind of contingent too on the health department approving the open windows, so.
Right. And we,
Okay.
yeah, and we've done numerous things in the past where they're working with health departments. We've done, some health departments have required nothing, some health departments want us to do an air curtain, some health departments we've had to put screens. We'll do whatever we need to do, and we'll work with them.
One other thing, just shot Kevin an email today. The artwork, if you remember, on the side of the building, sounds like that's going to be okay. to go.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
we're not seeing it?
We saw it last month, remember?
It's gonna be the exact same Audubon burden?
Right in that right-hand corner?
You can see a little bit in this right corner. There's
Yeah.
some on the left corner as well. It's a similar, it's kind of an Audubon-themed look that we've done on most of the locations.
Hand paint it, you said?
They're hand-painted, yeah. We have 3 different artists we've been using across the country. And what they depict is
You're gonna seal it.
local birds and things like that.
I'm sure they'll do the right thing.
Jane has a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Are you gonna be certain to use, paints that are weather resistant, weatherproof? 'Cause they will
Absolutely,
fade.
absolutely. We've used them both in Florida, where we have to deal with the sun, and in Boston, where we have to deal with the elements. So they've been successful in both locations. They put a coating over the top of it. It's also graffiti resistant. Unfortunately, sometimes people get a little weird and put little mustaches on your birds and stuff like that. These can scrub right off. We've seen it all.
Bill, another thing we talked about last month, did you happen to bring a paint sample, a chip?
I did submit paint samples.
Is there?
I sent them here.
Okay. I think we have an idea what it's going to
Yeah,
be.
it's
Like a
it's very close to what's being depicted here. It's it's an off-white. Its name I should absolutely remember.
What's the shirt?
Something lace.
Chantilly lace.
It's not Chantilly lace, but it's close.
Yeah.
Shoot. I should know this. And black. So, here you go.
It's ivory, basically.
Yeah, sorry. That's what we had in the office, and one was kind of beat up.
Thanks, Lisa.
Ivory lace.
Ivory lace. There you go.
All right, so we're
Sherwin-Williams.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a nice,
Okay,
it's a nice ivory color.
Yeah, it's a nice kind of contemporary look without being too stark.
Okay, good. So we got that. Let's see.
And it also is a great complement to the paint, the murals that are done.
Good. So the flagpole's coming down.
We're trying to see if we can keep the flagpole.
Okay.
We did some measurements after the meeting the last time, and it might work. It's close.
Okay.
So we'll keep it if we can.
All right, good. And the trash, you said, is already there in place? The
Yes,
trash
yes,
can
the trash,
not-
the trash
change
corral
there.
will remain, yes.
Okay. And I mentioned to Bill just before the meeting, we're talking out in the hallway about the problem in the wintertime with that sidewalk being so close to the road and the plows just dump all the snow there. And, you know, with Chili's, those guys couldn't get out there quick enough and it starts to get packed down and so high. But I don't know if there's an opportunity to do what Manila's did and bring that sidewalk in off the highway a little bit, so.
I'll bring it up to the ownership. I'm
Yeah.
I'm sure they haven't anticipated that, but we can certainly, I'll let them know.
All right,
I have an opinion on that.
I'm sorry.
It's a very minimalistically walked section of Lancaster, in my opinion.
It gets packed pretty good, actually.
Some very important people walk down that sidewalk.
Yeah.
I'm sitting next to one.
Get out of here. And the last thing that I've got for you is, we just need to have the address on the
Yes,
building.
address will be on the building.
Yeah.
We typically put them on the doors. That's satisfactory?
Yeah,
Okay, great.
I think they usually ask for at least 4-inch.
Yes, yeah.
numbers.
Mhm.
And, guys, anything else you can think of?
No, I think you went and got your
We've got-
checklist there.
We've got Bill all the way from Boston, so we got to get him while he's here, so. You're good?
Yeah, I'm good.
No other further comments or
I mean,
questions?
to your point on the sidewalk, it would be a little awkward anyway, because it's a narrower building.
It is, I know.
You know, and
Yeah,
their side yard setbacks are all paved.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
right.
Wouldn't really work for
Yeah,
the site
I
in
don't know.
particular.
Yeah, I mean, Bill's the expert.
But I'm all for safety, but,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and just,
I think the bigger issue is maintenance, right?
yeah.
well, there you go.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
That's
I'll certainly let the ownership know.
Okay, good.
Like I said, these guys are very good in the operations department, so.
Yeah. And again, the timeline, you think you'll be open after the first of the year sometime?
I think it's the beginning of the year. I think it's like, first quarter, I think is the goal.
Yeah, okay.
They definitely want to get construction going as soon as possible, so.
Nice, nice.
um,
No, it looks like a great project.
Summer.
It might be,
Summer.
construction in the first quarter, open in the summer, that might be more the goal, but
Right.
I drew drawings.
It is.
The building's been vacant for
Yeah,
half a decade.
yeah. The drawings are well underway, and we'll be ready to submit in probably a couple months.
Yeah, super. Bill, any other questions for our board?
No, I've been very grateful for everyone's hard work, and it's been wonderful work for you guys, nice and easy.
Good, good. So,
You have to have a little advertisement if you want.
well, Bill's the architect, I don't know.
Okay, all right, never mind.
Yeah.
All right.
So, all right. Somebody want to make a motion for acceptance?
Yeah, matter of DRB 2024-51, Burton's Grill and Bar. Motion to approve resubmitted sign package, outdoor lighting, specs, landscaping plans, building colors, et cetera. Motion to approve.
I second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Thanks again, Bill.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you take care. Okay, next tonight is DRB 2024-58, the application of Hilltop Prep School at 737 South Ethan Avenue for added addition to the monument sign in the way of lighting.
Is the new sign up?
That's a good question. I imagine it would be. How you doing?
Good, good. Jim Riley from Hilltop.
Yeah, good to see you, Jim.
Good to see you.
Okay, I know you were in a few months ago,
Right,
the new sign.
yeah, and the verbiage on the sign, which got granted by the zoning.
Nice. Good. And the sign is up?
Yeah, the pillars are, but the sign's not, and the lights aren't yet,
Okay,
because we're waiting for this.
all right, so you're here tonight
I
for us
missed
to
your
look at the
initial
lighting.
meeting, I'm sorry. Where is this located on your site?
737.
I know where it is,
Oh,
but
sorry.
where on site?
If you go up the driveway, it's just on the left.
Okay.
So it's facing South Ethan. And it's replacing the sign that was there, that was a little bit further down South Ethan, that was two 4x4 posts with wood, like a taller sign, and then it had uplighting on it, and it was just basically wood.
Okay, good. All right. So tell us what you have in mind.
Oh,
It's pretty simple, but,
yeah, it's just to add that lighting on there at the top. That's it. I mean, because
pretty
we're,
good.
Are there fixtures on your site that mimic? Are there fixtures on site that mimic this?
yes, all the way. If you go up the driveway, and any of you guys may go there, it's a nice spot to visit. The mansion was built in 1918, so we try to kind of match that
Great.
as we're going around.
We used your facilities for Radnor basketball.
Yeah.
I just couldn't remember.
Okay, good. What do you guys think?
Fine.
Looks good. Colin, you good? Okay. Jim, any other questions for the board?
No.
Okay, thanks. Jane, you want to take this one?
Okay, for DRB 2024-58 Hilltop Prep for 2 lights atop the brick pillars on their new sign, I move for approval.
You're a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, well, thanks for coming back.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, and last on the agenda tonight is DRB 2024-59, the application of Honey Grow at 230 North Radnor Chester Road for a new wall sign. Hello there.
My name's Megan Henry. I'm with Apex Sign Group. We are the sign vendor for Honey Grow, so we've had them since basically their inception.
Great. Nice to have you here.
And we are, my boss was supposed to come, but he sent me instead tonight.
Okay.
So
All right.
this is my first time doing one of these. So he said he has a service project with his son, but I think he's watching the Mets Phillies game.
Okay.
He sent the pregnant girl instead. So we are, yeah. So we are doing the existing Honey Grow down the street from here. This is the current signage that is there. This is a more up-close one, and we're proposing a bigger illuminated sign. Right now, those letters are non-illuminated pin-mounted. The only lighting is the accent lighting, and we are proposing to do illuminated channel letters with day-night vinyl, so it'll be black during the day and then shine white at night. And we're proposing for it to look like one of the tenants next door, which is the Estia Taverna. And you can see that here. And we're proposing a wireway just like they did. You can kind of see it at the bottom here, which will host all the electrical for that sign. And we think it'll just kind of drive in more customers. Right now, it's very hard to see the sign. It's 8 inches, and this is 18 inches, which is what we are proposing. And this is the proposal of the new sign. So you can see the channel letters, shoebox wireway, and then again, it'll be the day-night vinyl, black during the day and white at night. And then this is what it would actually look like on the proposed building itself.
So it's just going to be simple, Honey Grow, that's it.
Correct, yep. Yeah, and it'll literally be verbatim to what Estia Taverna has.
Okay.
Because right now it's very hard to see what is currently there.
And you're doing this at all locations?
This signage,
The rebranding?
so this is just for this location. Honey Grow is always the black letters, but they do big, long boards. I don't know if you've ever seen the one in King of Prussia.
Yeah.
It's almost on like a brown backer, but just with this shopping center. I'm not sure if it wasn't approved in this area, but we just want to do it just like the Estia next door.
Just curious.
Yeah, no, their normal signage is like on a big, like, long board. It's like a brown background, so it wouldn't really work in this particular location, just with the little cove that it sits on.
The monument sign, is that going to be changed also?
I don't think they're proposing to change that, or else he probably would have let me know about
Okay.
that. So that'll probably just stay the same.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it's just the building sign itself because it's so small and hard to see,
Sure.
especially when it's not illuminated.
You guys good with that?
Yeah, so
That's-
Honey Grow's open at night, obviously.
Yeah, I think they're open till 9 or 10 o'clock. And it should be within we have the square footage here, which we calculated. So I believe the allowable is 45 square feet, and this is only 17. So
Right.
it's within the allowable square footage.
Pretty simple.
Yeah.
Now, when you take down the old sign, evidently there's going to be some holes.
Yes, that would definitely all be repaired before
Right.
we put up the new one.
Okay, good.
Yep, for sure.
All right. Yeah, pretty simple. Any other questions for our board?
I don't think so.
Okay, want to take this one?
The matter DRB 2024-59, Honey Row, a motion to approve new wall sign.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Thank you
Great,
very much.
Thank you.
You bet.
I can go back to my boss with good news.
Oh, yeah.
You did great.
Thank you. And hopefully the Phillies get great news.
Yeah, let's
That
hope.
would be nice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks. Okay, guys, anything else tonight?
No?
All right, let's go check that game out.
All right, thank you.
See you next month.